The displacement of people during apartheid and inefficient development has created a sprawling Cape Town, with mostly low-income households living on the outskirts of the city, far away from jobs and other opportunities. Sprawling cities struggle with many challenges and are also inefficient, expensive, and unproductive. In Cape Town, low-income households spend about 43% of their monthly income on transport alone and 25% of their time on the road. Densification is needed to keep the city within manageable and affordable boundaries. The city's spatial planning policies aim to bring people closer to jobs and jobs closer to people through transit-oriented development and mixed land use development and densification. Transit-oriented development and densification promotes new housing and employment opportunities on well-located land close to public transport, job opportunities, and social amenities instead of on the outskirts of the city. Through densification, the city is growing inwards instead of outwards. Densification in planning refers to the number of dwellings and people in an area, usually a hectare. The higher the density, the more people in the area. Cape Town is constrained by mountains, the sea, and agricultural land. The available land for development is limited, and well-located land is scarce and expensive. The challenges we face: sprawling cities are inefficient, expensive, and unproductive, and urban sprawl exacerbates the costs of renewing existing infrastructure and the provision of bulk infrastructure. Sprawling cities rely on road-based transport with congestion, pollution, and high operating costs as a given. Loss of agricultural land that is needed for food production due to urban development. Higher infrastructure and transportation costs as a result of low density and development on the outskirts of the city. Limited access to opportunities as people live on the outskirts, far away from jobs. A rapid increase in informal settlements as the supply of affordable housing on well-located land does not meet the urgent demand. The benefits of densification. Inward growth and transit-oriented development can provide greater protection of the city's natural environment, heritage, and agricultural assets. Targeted densification in specific locations and along priority transport corridors will support our public transport system and services and bring people closer to economic opportunities. A fair city where especially the poor are living closer to urban opportunities. More access to housing opportunities that are developed on well-located land close to public transport, job opportunities, and social amenities. Contributes to urban places with sustainable, resilient, and livable communities where residents feel included and there's a sense of belonging and care. Improves safety through increased surveillance in areas. Densification can take place through the redevelopment of developed areas, development of vacant sites within the developed areas, and subdivision of existing plots or buildings to increase the number and typology of housing opportunities. To stimulate densification, the city currently permits, if you comply, 3 dwellings and generally 3 floors of development per earth zoned single residential. Guided by the Cape Town densification policy, spatial planning policies, and the development management scheme, which ensures that all decisions work toward the same goal, the city has already identified spaces and areas ideal for densification and started creating a better future and equitable Cape Town for all. The City of Cape Town, making progress possible together.